Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai, Ba'Shem Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who are teaching this truth and sincerity. And a shout out to Yakim that's out there in the four quarters of the earth, proclaiming this truth and risking your lives to do so, as we are looking at, what Yahweh Shai said, that there should be wars, rumors of wars, famines and pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. And for the, we're seeing that we're near the end of this because, volcanoes definitely a part of it. And it was an earthquake that had started this. So, and this is the latest that I know of concerning Guatemala. Guatemala suspends rescue operation after volcano eruption, reports. The volcano Fuego, located west of Guatemala City, exploded on Sunday, leaving at least 69 people dead, according to the official data of the National Disaster Relief Service. The Guatemalan authorities decided to suspend search and rescue operations following the deadly eruption of volcano Fuego due to its decreased activity and foul weather conditions, the local media reported. However, local authorities reportedly did not specify how long the pause would last. So, I do have video for this. I'll show that in a minute here. Guatemalan President Jimmy Molos said on Monday declared a 3-day period of national mourning. Early in the day, the representative of the National Coordination for Disaster Reduction of Guatemala, David Leon, told Sputnik that the country hoped to tackle the consequences of the natural disaster by its own resources, despite readiness of many states to offer assistance. So definitely they're going to be taking people to FEMA camps because that's what they do during national disasters. They never want a good crisis to go to waste. The eruption has reportedly resulted in the evacuation of more than 3,000 people. So let's go to a video here. Alright, now I'll read some more. And we know that these manufactured crises, as well as, these trade wars and all that, are all done on purpose. Goldman Sachs warns of looming financial crash as monetary stimulus ends. U.S. financial markets might be headed for a collapse as a result of the gradual removal of accommodative monetary policies at the end of the speculative rally, which has caused a rift between stock and valuations and growth in the real economy. One of the largest investment banks, Goldman Sachs, says the stunning rally in U.S. stocks might come to a dramatic end as the artificial bull market is wearing down amid the ongoing removal of central bank stimulus. Goldman Bear Market Anticipation Index has reached its pre-dot-com crash and pre-Great Recession levels, measuring a reversal in stock market dynamics worth anticipating in the near term. So I got a video on this, so I'm going to just play that. And of course, this is yours truly, Dabu7, who does great reports.
I've warned many times about how rigged and how propped up everything is. And here recently, Goldman's vice president himself busted in rigging and setting up stuff. I talked about that in a separate video. But we have some of the top financiers connected to Goldman now saying that if Trump wants to win this trade war, so to speak, that the market pretty much has to come crashing down. And others are looking and saying, well, it sounds ridiculous. Other people are looking at it and saying, oh no, it looks like we're heading in a good direction. Others disagreeing. All this back and forth. But following trade announcement over the past few days in terms of the trade war being on hold, and then basically it's on, full blown, people not knowing what to make of it, which way it's going, and a lot of the world looking, saying that the United States and the upper echelons of it are in utter chaos. But Trump puts out a tweet saying the United States must, at long last, be treated fairly on trade. If we charge a country $0 to sell their goods, and they charge us 25, 50, or even 100% to sell ours, he says that's unfair, and it can no longer be tolerated. I get that on the surface. The problem is so many of these deals are tied to other things. There's a reason why they're getting a deal cut over here and over there, because of other deals that are all connected together that they're not mentioning. Now, they first want to cite here that sudden changes in policy are behind some of this, and that's because they're saying that there's different people that are advising the president that have different viewpoints. And secondly, that even though they're trying to target, like I said before, the whole intellectual property theft by China, it seems to be on the side burner, so to speak, in terms of all this. The president seems to have focused more specifically on heavy industry like steel or on the auto sector. And he recently said here that if they put any tariffs on auto, there would be nothing to gain for the U.S. Now, they go on to state that keeping things like this keep voters engaged, more or less on the edge of their seat. Everyone guessing of what's going to happen next and where this is going to go. But they also cite here that Trump put a warning out, and he did. A couple months back, or quite a while back, as he had said, you might take a hit and feel this in the stocks. He warned that, specifically, that stocks may take a hit. His exact words. Explicitly warned that. So, how big of a hit is the question. If they do, indeed, here on this world stage. This is some of the latest. I'm going to leave a link. And I'll continue to update as I come across more. This has been Dabu7.
Alright, and we're going to go to some more. And here's some more that's going on. This is one of the BRIC nations. Arctic tropics. India welcomes first ever shipment of Russian liquefied natural gas. So they are trading amongst themselves without the United States. And that was the whole purpose of the BRICS nations. Russia's energy giant Gazprom has started to supplying liquefied natural gas to India. The first cargo docked on Monday at the Petron LNG terminal in India's watermost state, Gujarat. India's oil ministry, Dr. Pradhan, said that the country will import LNG from Russia's worth an estimated $25 billion over the contracted period of 20 years. Supplies will come from Gazprom's Yamal LNG project in the Arctic. So these countries are able to trade just fine without United States involvement. All these fucking tariffs that these Zionists want to put on everything. And here's something else that you might have missed, so I felt I'd include it. Residents flee North Carolina dam in imminent danger of collapse. Thousands of people have ordered to evacuate part of North Carolina where a landslide has left a dam in imminent danger of collapsing. Authorities have ordered residents to flee the area south of the Lake Tahoma Dam, and where they could say could fail after heavy rainfall caused a landslide that compromised its structural integrity. The National Weather Service tweeted an urgent message. So, anyhow, I got a little video on this, as I'm trying to keep these within 15 minutes. Yours truly, Dabu7 again.
We have what emergency services are saying is a life-threatening situation. They're saying right now that the Lake Tahoma Dam in McDowell County is apparently leaking and flooding bad. And right now they're saying that everyone needs to get out of the area until they can get in there and further examine this. They're saying that thousands of people that live in this area have already been mandatorily evacuated. Thousands already. Now, this is what they're saying. As of the moment, we don't have any details as to where if a big chunk of it fell off or what. All they're saying is that it's leaking en masse. And for them to evacuate thousands of people, they have to think that this thing has the potential of buckling and releasing a lot of water into this area. Now, I'm going to continue to try to stay on top of this and kick out information regarding this. This is coming out of Marion, this shot right here. Stay tuned to Twitter for more updates. I'm going to leave a link below, but anyone out there that's caught up in these storms, be safe out there. This has been Dabu7.
All right, I'm going to read some scriptures and end this video. Oh, and just in case you missed it, it's in another video where another brother forwarded this information, but I'm just going to read it anyways. California Christians must now register Bibles as assault weapons. As you know, Christianity does not bring out the Bible. We, the Hebrew Israelites, are the ones bringing out the Bible. In a blow to believers across the West Coast, a new assembly bill assigned to law by Governor Jerry Brown Tuesday will require Christians in the state to register Bibles of all sizes, shapes, and translation versions as assault weapons. Well, we know the Christians aren't bringing out the Bible. You know, they'll only bring out John 3:16, you know. And, you know, we know that this law will increase, that eventually, you know, when you go to buy your Bible at Walmart or whatever, that you have to fill out a form just like you would buying a rifle or whatever, that, you know, you have to write, you know, you just have to go through a whole bunch. Oh, it looks like there's another false flag shooting. I'll get into that one later. But you can best believe that the shooting ain't real. Anyhow, really, this bill should be implemented nationwide, proclaimed Freedom from Religion co-president Dan Barker. So you know that eventually it probably will. Anyhow, I'm going to read some scriptures here. Well, we all know the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has been visiting this place, especially Babylon the Great. And in the next video, I'll talk more about how they've been seeing more chariots, and that this is, you know, out there. And there shall be great earthquakes in various places, and famines and pestilences, and there will be fearful sights and great signs from heaven. You know, and we're seeing that take place, as you know as well as I do, that we have the famine of the word coming out, especially with that new law. You know, that eventually, you know, we'll just get more and more as they added more to the law, you know. So it's really meant to come down on we 12 tribes, because we're the ones that are bringing out the Bible. Only thing Christians ever do is bring out John 3:16, you know, and then they lay hands on somebody and pretend to save them. Save them from what? Nothing's going to save the Edomites from these things that are taking place. In fact, they're becoming more and more scared because they're finding out, where is their God to protect them? They thought they had everything secure here in Babylon the Great. This should be happiness to us, because we know that the time is getting near. Shalom.